So in the previous session, we have discussed about SOQL queries, and we have discussed how to prepare SOQL queries and how can we fetch the data from the Salesforce objects with the help of SOQL query, and how to represent those records on the debug log file we have discussed in the previous session. And yesterday we have discussed the three different mechanisms in order to write the SOQL queries to fetch the data from the objects we have discussed. Now today we'll see how to apply the various classes to fetch the records, okay, we'll see with the practical use cases. And yesterday I have given two assignments over here in order to work on this, okay, two requirements. Anybody has done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not yet done? Okay. Error assumed. Okay. What is that error? Whenever you are getting some error, just you can take a screenshot, post into our WhatsApp group. No. Yes. Why? What is that error? Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. You madam? You are working still. Okay. Now, so whenever we are facing some issues, then try to post into our WhatsApp group. Okay. Now, so let's see some more functionalities over here. What exactly the functionality, how to implement? Let me explain. Now, as of now, we have collected the records from the object. Those records we are able to represent on the records. Now, let's see how to apply the classes. As part of this SOQL query, in order to filter the records to be visible, we are having so many classes are available. We have so many classes are available. Classes are nothing but the conditions. These are nothing but the filters which we can apply on the SOQL query in order to filter the records from the result set. So I don't want to fetch all the records from the object. I want to fetch only some specific records which meets the specified conditions. So for that reason, we are having so many classes are available here. Then how to use these classes to filter the records? What exactly each class indicates? What is the functionality of this class? How to use them? How to filter the records? Now let's see one by one. Now, let's see the first class, limit class. First one, limit class. So what do you mean by this limit class? What did you understood with this name limit? Hmm. Not row, not columns. We can specify rows.
Rows.
Okay.
How many rows we have to?
Now, for example, here, assume that I have an object. So this is my lead object. In my lead object, we are having some 50 records. Now I'm fetching the data from this object by using an SOQL query. Whenever I'm preparing an SOQL query, the SOQL query will return all the 50 records, whatever we have inside my Salesforce object. In my lead object, whatever the 50 records are available, all the 50 records it will return. Okay. Now, suppose for example, I don't want these 50 records. I want to fetch only 10 records. then what we can do? In this case, I would like to use the help of limit class. I'm indicating limit to 10. Even though the object is having 50 records, it returns only 10 records. It returns only 10 records. So, in order to get some specific number of records, we can use the help of limit class. Suppose I want to fetch only 2 records, then we can specify limit to 2. That means what we are indicating here, how many number of records my SOQL query should returns, that we are indicating through this limit class here. So limit class is used to restrict the number of records to be visible by the SOQL query. How many records the SOQL query has to return, that we can indicate, that we can decide with the help of limit class. Even though your object is having more number of records, we can restrict them. I don't want to display all, I want to show only one. I want to get only two. I want to get only five. I want to get only 20. Like that here, how many records you want to fetch, that we can specify by using limit class. Now, for example, come to the scenario. Assume that I'm using a bank account. So today I went to that ATM center, and then I'm selecting the option mini statement. For my bank account, I'm collecting the mini statement. In that mini statement, how many transaction details are visible? Last 10. It will show 10 transaction details over here on the transaction slip. Now tell me, these are the only 10 transactions that we did with your account in the past? No. I might have done some thousands of transactions also till now, but only the recently performed 10 transactions are visible in the transaction slip. That means they have indicated that don't fetch all, fetch only 10. Okay. Now, when you go to the Gmail account here, upon click on inbox, it will show that emails here. How many emails are visible? 50. What 50? Recently received 50 emails will be visible here. Now, in this case here, what happened? Now they have restricted that please show only the recently received 50 emails only. Even though in your inbox you might be having some thousands of emails which you have received in the past, it won't show all, it will display only the recently received 50 emails. So in this case, if you want to restrict that, if you want to restrict how many number of records to be returned by the SOQL query, we can use the help of limit class. Okay, along with the SOQL query, we have to use limit that particular number. Whatever the number we have specified, only those many number of records will be getting returned. Now, suppose for example, I'm querying the record over here. I'm giving the limit as 150. Now, how many records it will returns now? My object contains how many? 50. Now, then how many records it will returns now? 50 records. Okay, 50 records. Because if you're having 50 records, it will display only 50. If you're having 200 records, it will display only 150 over here. Okay. So now whatever the records are available up to the maximum of that number, it will fetch the records. Clear? Now, make a note of this one. Limit class is used to restrict the number of records to be written by the SOQL query. Limit class is used to restrict the number of records to be written by the SOQL query. Now, syntax. We can specify SOQL query, and then we can specify the limit integer. For example, limit 1, limit 5, limit 50. Like that, we can able to prepare this SOQL query. So how many number of records to be written by the SOQL query? That will be written by the limit class. Done with this? Now, let's prepare some SOQL query. I don't want the complete program. I want only query part. Because previously we have discussed few programs here. Displaying these records is same story here. Same common functionality. I don't want, I want to show the query itself over here. Only this particular query I want. Along with the collection. How you are going to store, only this part I want here. Now, once the records are available in the collection, how to display this story will be same. Same code we are writing in 3 programs also. I don't want this code, just I want only this query part here. How to do that? Okay, let's see. Let me go to my Salesforce arc. Now I am going to my execute anonymous window. I would like to write few SOQL queries. To filter the records. Now the first use case. Write an SOQL query to fetch 10 lead records from the object. I want to fetch 10 lead records from the lead object. Now tell me how can we restrict that? Okay. No need to write that complete class. Just I want query part over here. Then how many records my query is going to return? 10 records. If the query returns 10 records, how to store them? List collection. List of what? Lead. Right. LST leads. Now I would like to collect. Select the ID of the lead. First name, last name, title, company, status,
address.
email, phone, fax, annual revenue from lead. Next. Limit 10. That's it.
10.
Okay. Limit 10. So now my query will be returning only 10 records. To hold those 10 records, we are using the help of list collection. Okay. Yes, remaining statements will be same. Next use case. Write an SOQL query to fetch only one account record from the object. Now, write the query for this. Done? Now tell me. List of account. Only one record. Then query returning how many record? Hmm. Select the ID, name of the account, rating,
Industry,
annual revenue, phone,
facts,
tax,
active,
customer priority, active status. Now, from account. Next,
limit
limit
1,
1. Now tell me this query returns how many records? One
1
record. If the
record.
query returns one record, how to store the record?
Account ACC is equal to.
Right. Then what we can do? Account ACC record. Okay, just we can define a single variable here. Define a single variable of the associated type, we can store this record. Both the scenarios we have discussed. If the query returns only one record, then how to handle it? If the query returns multiple records, how to handle it? We have discussed in the previous session. Now this time, so now the query will be returning only one record, so that to store that single record, we need single variable of that associated type. Next use case. Write an SOQL query to fetch 25 hiring manager records from the object. Write an SOQL query to fetch 25 hiring manager records from the object. Done with this query? Done. So we can write list of hiring manager because my query is going to return more than one record, so that we are storing in the form of list collection. LST HR records equals to select the ID of the hiring manager, name, location, designation, contact number, email address from hiring manager. I'm giving the value limit 25. That's it. This is how we can able to use the help of limit class. So limit class is used to indicate how many number of records to be written by the SOQL query. Even though I may be having more number of records in my object, I want only some specific number of records to indicate that we can use the help of this limit class. Done with this? Understood the concept here? What exactly the use of limit clause? Next. Next one. Order by clause. What do you mean by this order by clause? Order the records. Okay, then that means what? Ordering the records means hmm, hmm,
What is the
yes,
particular order we want the display of the records?
right.
Is it
Hmm.
Alphabetical
Now, in this
order.
case, ordering the records means what? Arranging the records, sorting the records, either in ascending order or descending order here. It may be either based on one field or multiple fields also. In this case, whenever if you want to sort the records, if you want to arrange the records either in ascending or descending order based on a specific field, then we can use the help of order by class. Okay, so not only fetching the data from the object, we can arrange them in the required order also. Like when you go to your Gmail, in the inbox, you can able to see only those emails which have received recently. Recently received emails will be visible first. Old emails are visible last. Okay. Now, in this case here also, I want to arrange the records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more number of fields. In that case, we can use the help of order by class. Okay. Now, make a note of this one. By using this class, we can arrange the records, result set records, either in ascending or descending order based on one or more fields inside the object. Syntax. We can specify the SOQL query and we can specify order space by, we can specify the field name. Field name, and here we can specify the order ASC or DAC. ASC means what? DAC means what? Ascending or descending. But upon arranging the records by using order by class, specifying this ascending or descending order is optional. You may specify, you may not specify. Now, default will be ascending. If you did not specify any order, by default it is going to be arranging the records in ascending order here. Now, if the user did not specify any sorting order, then SOQL query will arrange the records in ascending order by default. If the user did not specify any sorting order, then SOQL query will arrange the records in ascending order by default. Done with this? Now, let's see how can we write this piece of code here. Just I want a query part over here. Now, write an SOQL query to fetch all the account records and arrange them in ascending order based on the account name field. Write an SOQL query to fetch all the account records and arrange them in ascending order based on the account name field. Hmm. Now, what is this class? Here, what need to be done? After writing this query, order by.
Order by
Order space by name. What is the name field here? Name.
name.
Do I need to specify ASC here? No,
No, not name.
not required. Because I want to arrange in ascending order. By default, if I'm not giving any order, that will be default, will be ascending order. No. It will return so many records? Multiple. So list of account. Order by name. Multiple fields also. You can specify a comma and some other fields also, whatever you want. Yes. Next, one more query here. Write an SOQL query. Write an SOQL query to fetch all the lead records from the object and arrange them in chronological order. Chronological order means descending order. Last to first. Write the query for this. I'm using this SOQL query. Select ID of the lead, first name, last name, title, phone, fax, email,
company,
from, lead object,
order by,
order by, last name, descending. Okay, you can take a field in order to arrange the records in chronological order. That means reverse format. Generally, whenever we are preparing the profile, inside the profile we are writing our educational qualifications or our past experiences. Then how we are writing? First we are writing our recent graduation or PG, and then graduation, and then we are writing that +2, and then SSC. Like that we are writing. So whenever we are writing our experiences also, recent company first, then the previous company, and then previous company, like that old companies here. So now here we are writing this information in the form of chronological orders. Okay. Now next. Write an SOQL query to fetch top 3 highest annual revenue customers from the object. I want to fetch the top 3 highest annual revenue customers. I don't want all the customers, only 3 customers I want here, which are having highest annual revenue. Now tell me what needs to be done for this.
uh,
Okay,
order by annual revenue,
order by annual revenue. Okay, then
descending,
order by annual revenue in which order?
descending,
Ascending order means what?
from the bottom to the low. I mean, from the least amount to the highest
Okay,
amount.
hmm.
And when it
Okay,
is descending, it comes from highest amount to the least.
hmm. Descending order. We need to arrange the records in descending order based on annual revenue. From there, how many records you want? 3. So
Three.
now here, to arrange the records in descending order, what is the class we are using? Order by. To get 3 records, what is the class we are using?
Limit.
Limit
Limit.
class. So we are using 2 classes. Not only using one single class depends upon the requirement, we have to use multiple classes also. But in this case, the important thing is order. Okay, in which order you are going to using the classes, that is most important over here. So whenever we are going to preparing this SOQL queries, we have to specify the order here. Upon writing these 4 classes, these 4 classes will be in the same order. If you are changing the order from one to another, automatically syntax will be wrong. Okay, first of all we have to use, okay, we are using that where class, then group by, and then having, and then order by, and then we have to use limit class, offset class, and then all rows for update classes over here. This is the order here. So in this case, now tell me, as part of my requirement I'm using order by class, I'm using limit
Limit.
class. Which class we need to write first?
Order by.
Order by class should be first, limit class will be next. Okay, please follow this order here. If you're changing the order, syntax will be wrong. Now, right, that's what we are going to be arranging the records in descending order first. Then from that, from the top, we are fetching only 3 records. Now, in this case, now my query is returning how many records now? 3 records. So the query returns 3 records, how to store them? List collection, right. If it is one, then single variable, or else collection, list collection. LST accounts equals to select the ID, name, rating, industry, annual revenue, phone and the fax from account, order by, annual revenue, descending,
Limit,
limit
limit.
3. Next, write this query to fetch the recently created 5 case records from the case object. How do we know when the case is created? How do we know when the case record is created?
Modified.
Created date. Based on the created date field, we need to collect the records here. Then what records we want? Recently created, okay, 5 case record. That means what? We need to arrange the case records based on created date field in which order? Descending order. Okay, descending order here. Okay, now, and then from there, how many case records we need to fetch? 5 case records. That's it. List of case. LST cases equals to select the ID of the case number, case status, priority, origin, reason, created date from the case object, order by, created date, descending, limit 5. So the recently created 5 case records I would like to collect. So whatever the cases that we have, I'm collecting the 5 case records from the object here based on by arranging the created based on the created date field in descending format. So the recent date value will be visible first. From there we can fetch that 5 case records by using limit class. Done with this? Understood the concept? How can we use order by class to arrange the records either in ascending or descending format? Next one, all rows class. What do you mean by all rows class? What did you understood with this? We can fetch all the records from the object here. Already we have collected all the records. Then what is the speciality of all rows class? Those are already we are specifying select field name 1, field name 2, all these things. Then what is the use of all rows? All the rows we are able to collect already we did. If I'm not adding any conditions, it is collecting all the records. I will give you a clue. Data loader tool. Hmm. Hmm. Now, in that case, what we need to do? No, 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 no. Forgettable relationship. Now here in this case, let's see. Now in this case, we have used the concept of data loader tool. In the data loader tool, to export the data, we have used two options. Export, export all. Export means what? We can fetch the records by adding some specific conditions. Export all means what? It will export the records from the object, including deleted records also. Whatever the records we have deleted, which are waiting inside the recycle bin, those records also we can collect. Now, behind that, okay, export all button, they are using the class called as all rows class. Okay, normal export button is nothing but normal SOQL query. Export all button is nothing but all rows class internally here. Okay, so all rows class is used to collect all the records from the object, including deleted records which are waiting inside the recycle bin. Suppose if the records are already deleted by the Salesforce from the recycle bin, those records we can't collect. If the records are okay less than 15 days old, those records we can able to collect, including this okay normal records by using this SOQL query here. Okay, understood the concept now? Now, so now in this case, by using this all rows class, we can collect the records from the object, including deleted records also. Now tell me in this case, how do we know which record is from the object, which record is from the recycle bin? How to differentiate? Hmm. Is deleted, right? So now inside this each and every object, there is a field called as is the deleted field. Is the deleted field is going to be indicating whether this record is a deleted one or not. Now, in this case, if the record is a deleted one, it will be indicating the value true, or else it is indicating the value false. Based on that is the deleted field value, we can decide whether this record is a deleted one or not here. Okay, clear? So now, in order to fetch the records from the object, including deleted records, we are using the help of this all rows class. Okay, now let's see. This class is used to fetch all the records from the object, including deleted records, which are waiting inside the recycle bin. We can differentiate the records based on the is deleted field, which is a standard checkbox data type field. If is deleted equals to true, then record is a deleted record. That is from recycle bin. Is deleted equals to false, then record is not a deleted record. Then it is from object. Syntax. Done with this? Now let's see. Let me take a small use case. Write an Apex program to fetch all the account records from the object, including deleted records also. Including deleted records also. Then how can we do this? Okay, now let me show you with practical. Done? Now, let me show you here. How can we write this piece of code? Now let me prepare a method inside my class. Let me open my class which I have prepared, like database helper. I'm preparing a method. I'm using this method. I'm preparing a method with the name export all accounts. Whatever the account records are available inside my account object, I want to export all the account records from that object, including deleted records as well. Now let's see. I'm using the list collection. List of accounts equals to select the ID of the account, name, rating, industry, annual revenue, phone and the fax, customer priority, active status, and then I'm using a field called as is the deleted field because I would like to know which record is a deleted one here. From account all rows. That's it. Over. Now the remaining story will be same. Just you can collect that collection, represent the records over here at the debug log file. So system.debug number of records returned. lst accounts dot size. I'm checking the condition. If the collection is not empty, then I would like to iterate each and every record. I would like to represent. Now, so whatever the records are available inside the object, I'm representing all the records. So I'm preparing this SOQL query here. Through this SOQL query, we are collecting all the records, including deleted records also with the help of all rows class. Once the records has been collected, we are placing those records inside my list collection over here. Then I would like to represent the collection size. And then I'm going to be iterating this collection from starting to ending. I would like to represent each and every record over here. Okay, clear? Now, let me invoke this method. Database helper dot export all accounts. Now, before that, let me check first how many account records are available. I'm going to my application. Total 31. Now let me check how many records are there in this cycle bin. Do we have any records? No. I will do one thing. I will delete some records from this object over here. Now I would like to open this record. I'm going to delete. Data loader account 101. Second one. Data loader account 102. Data loader account 6. Now how many records are there in my object now? 28. In recycle bin, how many records are available here? In the recycle bin, we are having 3 records. Total 31 records are available. Now, by using this all rows class, I want to collect all these 31 records also from the object, including deleted one here. Now let me execute this piece of code. Click on execute. Select the debug only checkbox. Now we can see how many records we have collected now. 31 records we have collected. From this one, which record is a deleted one, we can find out. Is deleted, we are indicating as okay, true. These are the three records. So now here we are having these three records: data loader account 101, data loader account 102, and then we are having the record data loader account 6. These records are having this is the deleted value equals to okay true. That means these are deleted records over here, which are from recycled. Clear? Now make a note of this code. Done? Okay. Now, so do the practice on these features today. Tomorrow we'll see some more classes here. And one more thing, tomorrow we don't have the session. Okay, will not be available tomorrow here. Tomorrow evening sessions are not available. Morning sessions are there. Okay. So tomorrow evening sessions are not available here. So next session will be on day after tomorrow. Okay. Now, so
So,
now on Thursday we are going to be discussing about the concept of okay for update class. We are going to be discussing about the concept of offset class and the where class. Where class will be a bit lengthy here. It will be having multiple conditions, static, dynamic also, in operator, like operator, all these things we need to discuss over here. And then we'll see the concept of group by and the having classes over here. Okay.
Can you show me the last one, sir? Once.
Sorry.
Can you show me the last two lines of the program? Yeah.
So tomorrow we don't have the session. Next session will be on day after tomorrow at same time.
So, one small information. Do we have class on coming?